Hi everybody, so I've had people asking whether you can or how to use my plait booster in a forelock. So I thought I'd show you. Honda here's got not a whole lot of forelock, and when it's quite narrow as well. So when you try and braid it, it's not very much there. So I'm going to show you how to pop the plait booster in. So I've cut a length of plait booster, which is about twice the length that I need. And I'm going to separate it now into two pieces. So I've got one that is about, so 2/3 of the length in one hand and 1/3 in the other, like this. So I've got 2/3 and 1/3, because now I'm going to get the 1/3 section, the thinner section, and fold it over the thicker section like this, and it's doubled over. So now I have 3 sections all the same thickness. So to start with, what I'm going to do now, you don't have to do this step, it's up to you whether you want to or not, but it does make it a little bit easier for handling. So if you find it a bit hard to handle, this is a good way to do it. So I'm just going to tie a knot. So this is the two thin pieces that I folded over. I'm just going to tie them in a knot here, like this, so that now it's a little bit more secure. So those two come together to make one piece, and there's my 2 other sections. So I now have 3 sections of mane, so they go together. So you've got 1, 2, and those 2 come together to make 3. So I'm just going to set that aside for now while I get his mane ready to plait. So I have brushed his mane. I'm going to add a little bit. I find with the fluffy mane, or with the really fine manes, you don't want too much product in. You don't want them too wet or they get a little bit slimy. So I just, instead of like I would normally dampen it first, but this time I'm actually just going, oh Hondy, that's not helpful. Thanks mate, come here. This time, so all I'm going to do is just pop a little bit of product in like that. So now what I'm going to do, have the plait booster ready to go. And I'm going to section off the top part of his forelock, ready to do a forelock braid. So his forelock a little bit of a brush now. I've got the product in. So I'm going to section off the top here, if I was ready to start the braid. Now depending on how your fingers work, it will depend exactly how you do this stage. But what I want to do now is I need to section this into 3. So the way I section, I actually bring my fingers in underneath. So to do that, I then get the plait booster. So I've now got the 3 sections in the 3 parts of my fingers and 3 sections of my fingers. Now I'm going to come in underneath and section his forelock into 3 sections. Sorry, I was trying to adjust this camera for you guys. Like this. So 1, 2, 3, and bring my fingers up underneath like this. So now I have some natural mane and the plait booster in each section. If you find that a bit tricky, then section your 3, lay your plait booster underneath. You want to bring it right up as tight to the actual head, to the head as you can, but you want to pop that in nice and tight. Now I'm going to use my quick clamps here to lock that in and just help make that secure. I'm going to pop it right up, lock in your little clamps, and now I'm going to start my forelock braid. So to do that, I do a plait section each way, like that. Now I'm going to do a section. You can use your fingers if you like to use your fingers. If you prefer to use a comb for your pickups, use a comb. Honey, come back here, mate. Good boy. Pick up the hair. I always add it to the middle, and you can pop it over the plait booster to help hide the plait booster as well. So outside to middle. Pick up the hair, add it to the middle. We're going to work our way down the whole forelock, doing all the pickups until all the hair is picked up. So now I have just finished braiding down, and you can take your clamps out at any time you like. So just undo them, slide them out for a second, pop them away. So now I'm just going to finish the braid down. Now you want to be really careful that you don't cut any of the natural mane if you trim off the ends of the plait booster. So plait down like this to finish your braid. Grab a plaiting band like this, grab your band, pop your band on the end. Then you can sort of fold it over if you want to fold it over. If you've got quite a lot of forelock, I tend to sort of twist it like a bit of a bun and bauble it. So just whatever you want to do to end your forelock off, depending how much you've got. And then when you know... Okay, so now we have... Sorry about that, guys. My battery ran out. If only you could see now how I'm trying to do this. This is hilarious. So I have now braided down to the end, and I've just folded it over, and then I'm just going to trim off the excess plait booster there. Now, whatever you do, don't trim forelock. So if you didn't need such thing, but you got a horse with a longer forelock, what I would do is braid down, bauble it, and then sort of put a band on it, then sort of separate your natural forelock from the plait booster, trim the plait booster, and sort of bundle the natural hair forelock around. Whatever you do, don't cut your forelock or it will look ridiculous. So that is now your plait booster forelock. So we're just going to use the clamps now to pull the forelock up in itself. So I'm going to grab the clamps here and make sure they're closed really tight so that no hairs can get caught in here as you push this down. So I'm going to take it into the top of the forelock here like that and push it straight down through the forelock till it comes out the bottom here like this. So now I'm going to undo the clamps like that so I can open the underneath there and clamp on and then lock them closed again. So now, hopefully you guys can see that, the clamps are holding on to the base of the forelock. So I'm just going to use the clamps now to pull the forelock back up in itself and sort of hold it and support it a little bit like that. Sorry guys, hopefully it's not too wobbly for you. I'm trying to stop a cable here. Undo the clamps, let go, and that is your forelock done and boosted. Thanks Hondy Dondy, come here, let me show everybody. So now you can see that is a booster forelock, which is a much nicer looking forelock than he normally has because he has a really pathetic forelock. So guys, I hope that helps.